Rocket Knight Adventures on easy by Shim Gabriel, who's talking to you, who's the host right now. And if you want to check the schedule, exclamation mark schedule, there will be a lot of great games, a lot of nice games, and we're just starting. And you are on August Powerhouse 2020. It will be a marathon, beneficent marathon through this weekend, starting today and going to Sunday. And we are helping Extra Life that helps a lot of kids, a lot of children, and all the donates will go to Children's Miracle Network Hospital. So if you want to give any donations, any amounts, exclamation donate will give you the link to the Extra Life site. So let's be the goal, which is $500. So in a few moments we'll be ready with Resident Evil 2. This is amazing remake by Capcom, and Chad Thurston, we're gonna make an incredible run with Clary Standard. And we are ready to go with Resident Evil 2 by Chad Turner. So, Chad, the show is all yours.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming out today. Thank you for having me, Powerhouse Marathons. Hi, my name is Chad Thorson. I'm a speedrunner. I speedrun Resident Evil 2 Remake. It is one of my favorite games ever made. I will be running the Claire A standard hype today. To kind of explain a little bit about the run before we get started, this is a fairly risky category. Claire is actually going to be running mostly in caution throughout the entire run, so it's going to be a game of keep away. So we're going to have to make sure that we're going to keep away from anything touching us. But other than that, you know, it's definitely a one of my favorite runs that I have done so far. Even though I'm still fairly new to speedrunning, so I'm ready on time whenever you get the chance.
You wanna make a countdown?
Yeah. Do we do a countdown here, or how do we do that?
It's just a countdown, so whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So, all right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's get this Claire A hype. All right, so one of the biggest aspects of this run in terms of like just getting through everything and cheesing everything is going to be the knife, and we'll be explaining that here pretty soon in a second. First, let's get through our first favorite part of the game, which is the gas station. If you're a speedrunner of this game, you'll be seeing this gas station quite a bit. It is pretty infamous. So we're gonna take a few direct lines over here. Ask him if he's okay. Clearly he's not, but you know, Claire, you know, it is what it is sometimes. All right, our first zombie of the game. This is Frank. Frank is a giant jerk. We're gonna run right past him, and we're gonna grab the key. There we go. We're gonna turn around and do a very specific shot. Hopefully we get it. He tried to parkour us. That's okay. And I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, Frank can grab you fairly quickly if you're not doing the right movement there, but he's pretty easy to dodge. All right, and that was the gas station, and now we meet our favorite Resident Evil 2 protagonist. His name is Lowen. Let's get some Lowen hype, because Lowen is the most recognizable RE character out there. Lowen. Yes, all the zombies have names. Oh, the specific zombies have names. You'll see here in a second. All right, here is the most deciding factor of this run over here. I'm going to go and explain it really quickly. A lot of people are saying, well, Chad, how come you're letting the zombie over here bite you? This guy's name is Hot Dog. Say hi, Hot Dog. All right, Hot Dog's going to bite me. I'm going to shoot some bullets. Nothing's going to make sense for 2 seconds. Okay. So, Hot Dog is going to intentionally bite me because Claire gets a speed boost whenever she's in caution. So now she's actually going to be going a lot faster. Also, these are stair skates. She may look like she's going into convulsions, but I promise you it's because of speed boost purposes. And a second ago, you saw me fire a couple rounds. I fired to have a very specific amount of ammo in my inventory, so by the time I get to the key upstairs, I'm going to be able to put an inventory and the item into a specific slot that I want, which will make sense here in a second. So here we go. All right, and we are into the RPD. All right, so this section over here is fairly, you know, fairly straightforward. As you can see here, this game I feel like borrows a lot of elements from RE4 with the over the shoulder, but I think a lot of the movements have really been optimized to kind of give it like that slow, suspenseful walk in a lot of ways. So I do really enjoy how the remake has been created. And of course, seeing the RPD recreated like this is just, it's awesome for an RE fan like myself. Anyway, so now we're going to be heading over here, and this guy yells at us every speedrun, and we're going to zoom right past him. Because cutscenes do not exist in this game. Alright, this is going to be a pause buffer, sort of, kind of. We're going to wait, that zombie is running on an in-game timer. So we're going to pause, so he's going to skip his banging animation, so we do that. Now he's going to be out of position and we can run past him. For marathon safety purposes, I'm not going to take this line here, just because last time I did it went pretty horrendously. You can skip between them, you save half a second, but, you know, we want to keep going. We do want to keep going. Alright, and now we are going to get our first weapon of mass destruction in this game, which is going to be the knife. And I will explain why the knife is so important in this run here fairly quickly. The knife is tied to FPS. The higher FPS that you have, the better, more damage you're going to do, specifically on the Birkin fights. We want to make sure that the knife, we have knives for all the boss fights coming up, and that's pretty much how we're going to cheese past all the bosses here. Take some specific movement there. Oh, we got hit with the body of unluckiness. There's a body hanging from the ceiling there. I don't know how the liquor specifically got that zombie up there. It's very intricate, but hey, who am I to judge a liquor's interior design skills? All right, so you're heading over here. So as I mentioned earlier, I was going to have my inventory in a specific place. And the reason for that is because if everything goes well, we're going to one-shot the zombie in the stairs here, and we're going to squeeze right past him in a second. So as we go up the stairs here, take a right, boom, 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 and this is going to be right up the stairs. It's a very specific shot. If we don't get it, that's okay too. Oh, and his head had popped off. That's actually very optimal. He's dead. Crits are rare, but hey, that's marathon luck, right? All right, and now that key is actually going to be in the right spot that we want it to be, because now it's going to be in the second slot. So by moving the ammo out of the way, that key is now going to be in a much closer place to get to, because menuing does take time, and we want to optimize our menu as much as possible. This run is very important to optimize your menu because you can lose a lot of time if your menu is completely, like, disorganized. I see the chat hype in chat. I love you guys. All right, first door over here. Now, we're moving on to the medallion puzzles. These puzzles are all RNG in how they're placed. Let's hope for good RNG to see if we get the quickest route, but again, we'll see. Okay, not bad. Perfect. That's actually really good. That's a pretty good solid medallion puzzle there. All right, cool. So that's taken care of. Now we're on the way. I'll do my best to explain these tricks as we go along, because there's going to be a lot of them happening. In this game, there's so much happening at so many times, like so many APMs going on in this game, I feel like. So trying to keep up and explain everything that's happening, that's going to be my job here. All right, so we're going to try to get past this helicopter, and we got it. All right, it's helicopter skip. Saves half a second. Instead of Claire getting knocked backwards, you get knocked to the side there, actually, so it's pretty great. Very specific menuing here. We're going to move that over there and put the bolt cutters into the first slot there. The reason that we do this is because the key item that we're going to be using the most should be in slot number 1, which means we can start spamming the interact key here to get through this menu much faster, just like that. And then boom, there we go. There we go. All right. Unlucky first bite of the marathon. Not good. All right. So that zombie has a very, very specific placement there. Or sorry, a very random placement that can get out of hand. That's Callahan. And as we can show, anything and everything can happen in this run, which is very unlucky. All right, grab the fuse here. Grab that. Yeah, this is a fairly risky run because of the RNG, but we have a thing called tenacity. We will persevere. All right, and now we're out of the East Hall of the RPG. So now we're gonna be heading over here. I will be grabbing the safety herb just because the liquor in the Stars hallway is fairly cantankerous, as you will see. And liquors are a big thing to explain in this game, just because liquors can ruin your run, they can ruin your fun, and they don't like you. They don't like you succeeding. Alright, so we're going to take it slow in this corner. We're not going to dash past it because this guy... That guy can be in an RNG spot, which can ruin your run fairly quickly. Alright. So we grab our item over here. Okay. Boom. Grab a detonator. And we're off. Now we head up the stairs. Alright. So there could be a zombie there which can grab you. Thankfully, there's not one there because I don't see nobody. Now we are up the stairs as we go. Getting ready to fight our first boss here fairly quickly, which is me Birkin 1, which I'll be showcasing the reason why the knife is so powerful on this specific speed run. Alright, here we go. Now, to better explain the liquors, we have a lot of theories as to why, and they do specific things in this game. It's suspected that they read your inputs, because that's what Capcom loves to implement in their games. Alright, that's optimal. He's very far away from us. That's what we wanted. So, we want that liquor to be as far away as possible, because here, we don't have time to fight him. We just have to run as fast as possibly can. So, by doing that, that's actually really good. Alright, that's the second puzzle there. So, the liquors, if you look at them, they have a tendency to pacify. If you look away... If you look at them, they look away, they actually start being more aggressive. I think it's a fear mechanic there. Possibly, or something that if the player is trying to run for the life, the liquor will almost teleport in a way at how fast they move. But by looking at them, you can screw with their AI and make them kind of just pacify for half a second. Alright, so we grab this detonator here. We're going to head back. So as long as we cross the line right here, that bookshelf will not fall down, and we will be able to cross right by it. Yeah, otherwise we gotta take the super long route down the stairs, which is really obnoxious. Okay. That's our third medallion puzzle done. There we go. Alright, and we're out of here. So this liquor, we're gonna look straight up, and he's gonna miss us just like that. And that's how the camera can manipulate the liquors, just because they are, you know. Alright, let's see what kind of RNG we get here. Good RNG. That's the best we could have asked for. So if you come down those stairs, those zombies can spawn right there, and they can just grab you and ruin your run, and ruin your day, actually. Alright, here we go. Alright, our first puzzle pieces here. Now it all makes all the puzzle pieces come together. World record pace. Yeah, right. I wish. One day. One day. Alright. Also, if you guys have any donations, now would be a good time to read them. There's a little bit of a slow point here.
Not donations yet, but you can donate. Exclamation mark donate. There's a link to the Extra Life site, so any donations we're gonna read it.
There you go, guys. Get those donations in there for a very good cause. Alright, so we're going to double check our graphics real quick because we're going to make sure that we're 50% perfect. And the reason for that is because Birkin 1 is going to be turned into jelly because of the frame rate, which will be explained here in a second. So let's take a look how this is going to go. Alright. As you can see here, the knife is going to turn him inside out. We're just going to be slashing, slashing, slashing. Slash the head. And basically, at this point, Birkin is now dead. Just like that. That's the first boss of the game. Easy clap. He's done. His other forms, not so easy. But that's pretty much what the knife can do in this game is turns the Birkin fights into kind of a stomp for the most part. Alright. We're gonna go. So we meet Sherry Birkin here. So in my headcanon, a lot of things happen with the cutscenes, a lot of things don't happen. So basically, we meet Sherry, and as soon as we meet her, you know, she's gonna disappear, and characters are just gonna fly around and do stuff and things. But you know what? This is a speed run. We don't have time for story. We don't have time for cutscenes. We gotta go fast. We just gotta go super fast. So we're gonna head over here, have a bit of dialogue with Sherry, but we're just gonna go too fast. We don't want to listen to it. We got places to be. All right, head straight. We can actually hit this trigger point of the keycard machine from this angle here, and then we trigger the cutscene. And now we're gonna get to a pretty Monka-esque section of the run. This is gonna be the lickers.
Keycard first.
This is gonna be a very specific movement in this section over here, and I'll try to explain as we go along. So basically, the lickers, as the Monka-esque hallway, as I like to call it. Let's hope for the best here. Okay. That first licker has to get a step back like that. Once he steps back, the other licker will fall into place where we want him to be. And so now we are going to simply pull this handle out over here, and we're going to grab our key in a second. Alright. Okay. Menu's a little wonky, but that's okay. Marathon. Alright, and now we have to look straight down. Let's see if he boops us. He did boop us. Okay, perfect. This licker may slash us. If this happens, we just try to move that camera. There we go. Alright, that's... looks like it's pretty clear to me. Yeah, it's clear. Alright, cool. So, if the licker is running after you, all you gotta do is wobble that camera and pray to RNG Jesus. That's all you can really do at that point, because he's coming in hot for you. But that's licker hallway. That can be a really, really scary part of the run. Really scary part of the run. To answer your question, so this game is actually capped at 120 FPS. You can technically go as high as you want, and that's kind of scary. So you can get up to 300 FPS in this game, and basically the bosses are just nothing. Basically, the bosses just become giant paste. So anyway, all right. So now we are. I'm gonna. I shouldn't grab that herb already. Actually, we're gonna be heading over here into the RPD Revisited. Once we get into RPD Revisited, basically, we're going to be meeting the man, the myth, the legend. You know him. You'll see him here in a second. Alright, we got the heart key put in the first slot since we're going to be using it twice here. Alright, here we go. Let's take a look over here. Drag that over, grab the key, boom! Right, just like that, in the door, and we're off. Alright, it's a very specific hallway over here, very spooky, can be a little bit cantankerous. We're going to take a look over here. So this zombie has a very specific movement. Let's see if we get the shot. Alright, we got the shot, that's good. Sometimes if you don't get the shot, it's really bad. Okay, and we made it past him. Okay, that's actually really clean. There we go. All right, I'm gonna have to, let's see here. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna do some menuing early here. It's not an optimal speedrun strat, but hey, marathons, right? All right, now we go down the ladder here. And now we're gonna be heading over here to... This section over here is a little bit harder for Leon, but it's fairly quick. It's fairly quick for Claire. You just gotta do one quick roundabout, turn on the water supply over here. So we're gonna smash this. Get that water supply going. Up the ladder. That zombie can turbo. And if she turbos, it's a little spooky. Alright. So finally, we get to everyone's favorite part of the run. Because it's the man they know, the man that tortures them. And hopefully we won't be seeing much of him. The man, Mr. X. Alright, here he is. We're gonna dodge right past him. And we have one more roundabout with Mr. X coming up here pretty quick. And if we get past him, that's pretty much all we're gonna see of him in this run. So, heading over here. Rolling over here. Yeah, it just as soon as you see him, just X going to give it to you, we hopefully give it right back to him. But it depends, because here's the thing. When you enter this room over here coming up, it's going to be, there's an in-game timer happening, which means that he can pop up at any point in time here. So we got to be very, the moment you walk to the door, you have to be super fast to get out of here. Look back. We gotta, yeah, so the timer is running right now, so we have to race to get out of here so we can beat him. Grab the crankshaft. Alright, through the door. And we are out of here. Alright, no zombie here. So if we're not fast enough, Mr. X can meet us at the door and body block us, but he's actually not. So that's actually really, really, really good RNG. He didn't spawn at all, which is great. Because he can spawn right at that door and he will throw you to the 4 winds. It is not fun. That's actually really good RNG. Alright, so we have a crankshaft over here. Or we use the crankshaft. And basically, once we go, what we're going to do now is we're going to move this and we're going to pray. So we took the shot outside the door. That shot specifically is supposed to move all the zombies to the opposite end of the building, but then again, it can work and it can't work. In this case, it kind of worked, but we got out just in case. So... yeah, shooting there will lure the zombies to the opposite side of the room while Claire pushes that. But like I said, it's about 80% consistent. Sometimes they just want the Claire and they go straight for it. So, but can you blame them? All right, we have some gear shifting to do over here. Put this over here. And this section here is fairly straightforward. We're going to be replacing the gears on both floors here. We have almost all of our puzzle pieces for the next section, which is going to be really good. Alright. Yes, every manipulation in this game, it looks easy right now, but let me tell you, it is fairly difficult. This is not an easy run by any means. But is any speed run really easy? That's the thing. Alright, now we roll down the stairs. We're going to smash this cog in the next piece over here. Alright, smash it in. There we go. Alright, and hopefully Mr. X won't be in this next section over here. We're gonna hope. We're gonna pray. Alright, so we have our 2 electronic puzzle pieces. Let's see where the zombie's at. He's gonna let us pass. He lets us pass. Perfect. Alright, and the zombie, we're gonna try to get past him, and we got past him without using ammo, which is really good. It's very, very good. Alright. Now, Mr. X is, for the most part, going to be out of here. Okay, that's really bad, actually. Okay, I had to take the shots there, but thankfully there's bullets over here. No, sometimes you can mess up the line of that door, and it's hard to get through. So I made a little boo-boo, but that's okay. We got past him instead. We don't want to take any more damage, because if Claire gets into danger, then she's really not going to be having a good time. Alright. Oh, you're fine. You're fine, Foxy. Chat, can you say bless you, Foxy? She's right behind me. Foxy is right behind me. She had an allergy attack there. Alright. Now, it's time for electrical puzzle. My favorites. There we go. Dan, done. There you go. Alright, and now we're going to move on to the best section of the game, which is, I call it the coffee break section, because it's fairly straightforward. So now we get to take control of Sherry Birkin. And we're gonna grab this puzzle piece here. Also, to let everybody know, I didn't know this until I was like way into the run, but apparently this thing is fixed, and I didn't know that for like a good minute. Yeah, that's a fixed puzzle piece, by the way. I spent like countless hours trying to like solve it the other way, and I was like, oh my god. It is crazy. Yeah, that was the, yeah, and I had Spoopy Penguin be like, hey man, you know that's like fixed, right? And I was like, oh god, the embarrassment. It was pretty funny. Alright, and so now this bookshelf trigger over here. We're gonna be very careful with this bookshelf, because if you miss the trigger, you can actually climb back down, and it takes a really long, this whole climb animation is scary. It is, it takes a minute. It definitely takes a minute. Spoopy, as always, Spoopy, right back at you. Right back at you. Alright. Now we're on to the next segment over here. So you didn't see him in the cutscene earlier, but this is the corrupt police chief Irons, who is quite the dastardly villain in this game. So Irons is going to meet his end to Papa John's here soon, and I'm going to explain that movement that I did there with Sherry. That's a Sherry stair skate. She has her own version of stair skates, and it looks like she's spazzing out, but it gives a slight bit of speed boost. I was out of rhythm for the most part, but if you get it just right, you can get a little bit ahead on the stairs there. So now we're going to meet Chief Irons, the only time that we're going to see him in this game. And cursing alert! Yeah, there we go. We're going to keep it PG-13. Keep the cursing alert PG-13. So, in my headcanon, Chief Irons here ate some really, really bad Papa John's, and now he's getting really sick. He's getting really sick. And now we wait. And if I get caught, that's my own damn fault, but that's okay, too. This guy's typically blind as a bat, but I wanted to show just how he works here. So if we wait a second,
it's all over now.
He's not infected yet. No, he's gonna get the G virus. He's gonna be getting a G thingy stuck in his chest. Also, if you notice, that's an absolute perfect throw there, and he's blind as a bat. This guy can't see us.
The longer it takes me to find you, the worse it's gonna be.
Oh, that's Reggie, by the way. Say hi, Reggie. Yeah, so he can't really see us here. We're gonna block line of sight with these towels, but he pretty much threw that into after so many hours running this game, I never realized he throws that perfectly into the bin there. Like, that's a perfect shot. It's kind of crazy, actually. Yeah, this version of Chief Irons is much more maniacal than, or he's not very subtle like he was in the original game. Alright, so he's gonna look to his left, and he's gonna dodge. There we go. And he can't see us. Alright, and now we're gonna walk over here, because he's also blind as a bat. We're gonna take the green block strat, we're gonna look right at the door, and line ourselves up, so the moment that he runs past us, we're just gonna zoom straight into it. Yeah, G is gonna be delivering a pizza in here in a second. That pizza's gonna make him pretty sick, so... You know how it goes. You know how it goes. We've all had this that night before. We've all had a pretty bad night with some Papa John's, McDonald's, or whatever else you want. But yeah, this guy, he gets it the worst, and you'll see in a second. You'll see in a second. Actually, you won't see, but I'll explain in a second. Oh, hey, buddy. Yeah, the community, we have a meme about the doors locked segment, so we always say that in stream. Alright, he's gonna be running over towards the door, and... That's why you don't eat expired food. I know it burns, man, but you gotta be careful. Okay, and then we turn it back around, and we run for our lives. So now we have the key, and he's dying of indigestion, so now we have to run out of here and get to the next area. There we go. There, it's so good in the moment, but yeah, you pay the price later. That's exactly what happens. It's really bad. So he's currently dying of indigestion, and we have the key, and we're running away from him. Also, we threw acid in his face, so he's not having a good day. Sherry throws acid in his face in the cutscene, so... Alright, through the door. Just like that. And there's your Shining reference, enjoy horror fans, and now we're out the door. And that's Sherry section. It was actually a really good Sherry section. I got to flex at him, got to do the swag strat. Normally I don't do that, but I was like, I'm gonna do it for the marathon. I'm gonna do it for the marathon. Irons and Alan need to watch what they eat. They do need to watch what they eat. Exactly. Especially Alan in RE7. That poor guy. Just eating expired Whataburger. What's he thinking? Alright, so now this is going to be the street section of the run. This can get pretty dicey if I don't do the right thing, but, you know, anything can happen in a marathon. Grab our extra herb there. I didn't grab the pouch back in the RPD, the other pouch. So we're gonna do some pretty tight menuing here to make sure we get to the next point. All right, and now I lied. We actually see Mr. X one more time, but the thing that he didn't count for is the fact that Claire's in caution and she runs really fast, and unfortunately he's really slow. So we're gonna juke this guy one more time because honestly, if you think about it, it's you know, this poor guy can't get a break. Whoop, and we're done. Bye, Mr. X. So we juke him, and now we just go. And he literally cannot catch up to us. Also, we can't open specific doors in this game, so Umbrella wasted $1 million plus on a bioweapon, can't open doors. How unlucky for those guys. But hey, he's got a nice trench coat and a hat, but his hat's gone, I guess. Well, actually, his hat is gone, unfortunately. Alright. Oh, that is 2 crits in a marathon. Can we talk about that? That's 2 crits in a marathon. That's, okay, what's happening? I don't, that never happens to me in my runs. I mean, they mean nothing, and they also can kind of slow you down, but I kind of see them as good luck, so we'll see what happens next. Alright. Are the dogs free? Chat, are the dogs free? Let me hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts if they're free. Are the dogs free? Dogs gonna be free? Okay, alright, we got one. We got one.
Dogs should be free.
Dogs are free. Yep. Yeah, okay, we got 2. We got 2 dogs are free. Alright. And so far, well, that's the easy part. Here's the hard part. Alright, busted this door here. Excuse me, sir. Thank you, sir. Alright, so now we gotta dodge him by turning right. Because he can nip us there. Alright, very specific thing I want to explain after I do it. Because I gotta concentrate here. Okay. I messed up. That's okay. Oh, no, I actually didn't. That's fine. Okay. At that section right there, very specifically, we have to shoot that zombie at the front of the bus. I kind of went a little trigger happy there. I shot him a couple times, but what that's supposed to do is trigger the dog to pacify at the front of the bus. Because if you shoot too soon next to that zombie, the dog will just jump you right after you get through. So the reason we do that very specifically because that dog is a giant jerk. Okay, and Irons dies of indigestion. I'll let the cutscene play. And guys, this is why we don't eat Papa John's if it's expired. There you go. And that literally was the pizza coming to life. And that's why we don't eat expired Papa John's. Anyway, moving on. Now is the final time we're going to see Mr. X. Now is the final time we're going to see Mr. X here. And in my headcanon, this is how I like to think how this scenario goes down here. So we rush down the hall. Sherry's there, and Mr. X breaks in. We're supposed to protect Sherry, but now we're like, no, you got this, Sherry. It's all you. You got this. You can take care of it. Mr. X is all yours. And in my headcanon, I would like to imagine that Sherry could people's elbow Mr. X into oblivion. And just destroy him. And that's it.
Keep going.
Let's wait for the cutscene to play. We have a little audio loop here.
Go, go, go!
Claire's gonna have a spasm. Her audio's not gonna make sense.
Sherry, can you hear me?
Her audio is gonna be going crazy. Okay, yeah, she's. If you move too quickly there, the audio will overlap. It's a really weird glitch, but you know, it happens. It happens. All right, so now we're gonna be heading to everyone's favorite section of the game, which is gonna be the sewers. Sewers is fairly. I don't know. It's a dice roll, typically how it goes. But if the power of friendship, you can persevere. This is we call this the pool party down here. You'll see why in a second. All right, we're gonna be we'll take the shot. Let's see if we get the shot here. Sure. Yeah. I was like, can we get 3 crits? 3 crits, please. Hello. All right, there we go, and through the door. I'm gonna grab these extra bullets just because I always want to have extra for a marathon, just because, you know, anything can go south here. Alright, so we got a little backup plan there. We will be disposing of these bullets later because bullets actually slow us down. Technically, they slow us down. Alright. And now we're gonna grab the crankshaft over here. Alright, I'm actually gonna move this over here. My menu, okay, if a professional speedrunner saw my menu, they'd be like, oh good lord, this is terrible. But that's okay, because we're just kind of winging this right now. Alright, down the ladder, here we go. We want to shoot the zombie very specifically. If we don't get it, that's okay. That's alright. We have 2 herbs, and that's fine. Because what this can do is, that's actually going to get rid of one of our inventory spaces there. That's a very specific shot that can go south pretty quickly. I didn't get it, unfortunately. So, but again, safety herbs are always good to have. Alright. You have enough points for a bard's tale? Not here. Alright, and we're going to use our primary item into our first slot here so we can get these doors open. I am a professional. Am I? I mean, I don't know, man. Sometimes I like to think I'm not. But, you know, we're just going to wing it. We just kind of wing it. Alright, here we go, here we go. So, we're gonna grab one more item pouch here. It's gonna be very crucial for the next section of the key puzzles, which we're gonna have to disregard all caution and just menu however we feel like right now. So, I'll have to do some cleaning up once we get into the next section. But anyway, so let's see if this G-Adult's here. He is in fact here, and usually we can squeeze right past him. If you try to shoot him, he will try to ruin your life. Alright, shoot that zombie. That's good. Where is that guy at? That's not good. Okay. Normally, I don't take that many shots, but that's okay. It also gets rid of bullets in the inventory, so I can kind of menu that faster. But because he literally has never been in that spot before. But that's like everyone's bingo response to a marathon. I've never seen that before. Because in a marathon, anything can happen. Alright, if you guys have any donations, now might be a good time before we get into the pool party.
Okay.
Still no donations yet, but
Jesus. They're everywhere.
Alright, well just let me know when you guys get them and we'll go ahead and read off there. So, we are in the pool party here. That's a G-Adult, they're nasty, and they probably consist of what you had for dinner last night. And now, we're going to be getting out of here real quick. We're going to be heading over here to a super optimized menuing section, which we're going to have to arrange our menu as we see fit for this. So let's see how we do this here. Alright, so grab this here. Alright, that's good. Alright, so very specific movement here. We gotta put the keys in the right spot to get the most powerful weapon for Claire, which is gonna be the spark shot, which I will explain the spark shot in a moment. Wait, okay, he gets up. Okay, that's good. Alright, we're grabbing the spark shot, grabbing this bad boy. Okay, we're gonna shoot this guy, and now we disregard the herb. We get rid of this. Grab that, and now we're gonna have to menu on the fly here. So Queen goes in here. This whole section took me quite a while to learn this here. It's pretty, it can get pretty complicated here. All right, grab this here, head back, and now we're gonna head over, grab this one, and we are out of the section. We're done. So this next section also can be pretty, the pool party, this is the most dangerous part in my opinion, is coming back, I feel like. But again, we can try and see how it works here. Alright, so we have the spark shot. And you're going to see what it does. It makes sparkles. Alright, so he's directly blocking our path, which is bad. So can we squeeze past him? Yes, we can. Alright, yeah, this is fairly dangerous. If a G-Adult grabs you, you are going to be in dire straits. So we gotta be very careful about that. So right here, shoot this guy. We should have a pass. We do have a pass. Excellent. The pool party. Yes, Frost, it's your favorite. I know that. All right, and one last pass until we get out of here, which is going to be the zombies over here. The one in the vest is called Pretzels. Depending on his location, our life can be either good or bad. He's actually very far away, which is great. He can block the door right there, and he can make your life very difficult. So he actually was really far away, and it's free. Right there in that spot can be really, really bad. So you got to be careful about that. You just want to make sure that if he is close to the door, you can squeeze past him by just going a little bit forward and his right side. So now we're gonna bank some items here. We don't need these anymore because we want to make space for the labs coming up after this fight. All right. There we go. And that's pretty much going to be this is the puzzle piece here. And it's pretty much donesy. All right. So now we're going to be heading over to our next boss fight. I am going to have to pull up my SRT. Give me 1 second here. I apologize. I'm going to be tracking his health. Normally, we wouldn't do this at a big marathon, but, you know, I have to make sure I can keep an eye on where his health is at here. You want to have him at below 50% HP, because this is going to pretty much one-cycle him in the boss fight here. So let's see if we get this very, very specific, frame-perfect grenade skip here. You know, it's kind of a dice roll. All right, that looks good to me. All right, we got it. Cool. All right, so what just happened is the first phase of the fight. William Birkin is going to stick his hand through the roof and try to grab you. And it's a very, very long, annoying sequence. So what you can do is you can throw your grenade and damage him to push him to the next phase of the fight. So that the moment you toss a grenade, the next fight will trigger, and if it's done right. If not, then that's okay. All right, here comes the fight. He lunges. All right, here we go. This is gonna be the knife in action. You're gonna be seeing a lot of slashes here. All right, now he's down. We're gonna keep slashing away in this fight. A lot's gonna happen here real quick, and I'll try to explain best I can. We're gonna play it safe here and do the optimal DPS path. Okay.
Have I got a surprise for you?
We're gonna wait here for him to get up. He's gonna roar, and we're gonna run as far as we can. Okay, that should do it, unless he decides to meme on us today, which we're gonna see. If he decides to run back, and we got him, perfect. All right, that's a one-cycle G2, which can be, it looked fairly easy, but trust me, kids, it's not by any means whatsoever. It can be very, it is the one cycle, yep. That is the one cycle G2. Some may say that boss is actually the hardest in the game. I know I made it look pretty easy, but a lot of hours of practice went into that. It takes a lot of hours to practice that specifically. So now, we're going to be heading to the final section of the game. We have Sherry with us. So Sherry now has a tummy ache because she too ate some bad Papa John's. And so now we're on this epic quest to find her some Tums. So that way she can feel better. Because that's what we want.
Hold on.
Can I do something here? So
yeah,
just to
sure.
clarify. Just to clarify for those who want to donate,
We're almost there.
no, on the site, on the site that is on the exclamation mark donate, you go down. There's two tabs, our story and roster. When you go click on the roster, and there will be like 3 persons there, and then you choose one to donate, and then then you can donate. So everyone was confused. I'll be confused about that. So
Oh, it's okay.
just click on, yeah, just click on the roster, and there will be an option to donate now. So sorry for interrupting.
Oh no, that's actually perfect. It's the perfect part for any kind of donations information here. So yeah, thank you for clarifying.
All right.
There you go. All right, so get those donations coming in, guys. You know you can do it. It's for a good cause. All right, so now we are heading into the final section of the game, which is going to be the labs here. This section is where a lot of runs die, specifically because of the lab lickers, but if we do everything just right, it should be okay. Well, keyword should be okay. So we're going to see what happens here in a second. We're going to be taking the safety route and grabbing healing items, everything that we need, etc., etc. So Alright. And we're out the door. Alright, now we're heading down the hall here. So we're gonna make a shot at this door. What this shot is going to do is going to lure the zombie, like in the library previously, to a specific spot of what we want him to be at. So if it worked, we'll find out here in a second. Okay. So as I mentioned before, I took the slower route in terms of menuing here, so I'm going to have to discard this knife to make an extra item slot for the knife that's coming up over here. Because inventory space is going to get pretty tight coming up here pretty quickly. So we're going to jump down. I'm going to head over, get rid of that knife, grab this knife. Okay. He did not snarl. That means that he's going to be, that means he's actually, like, in the perfect spot. So if we get it, just right, we should be okay. But I'm going to keep this open just in case. So, over here. Okay, and...
Sorry, do we have room for donation?
We do.
Oh, okay. Raccoons donated $10 and he said, "It's not much, but every dollar counts. Enjoy the marathon, people. Good luck on the run, Chad. Cheers."
Oh, thank you so much. Was that from Reclesis?
Yeah, Raccoons.
Oh, Raccoons. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Raccoons. I appreciate that.
And there was another donation, not that obvious, donated $25 with no message. So yeah, the two donations in a row.
All right,
So.
keep them going, guys. Keep them going. All right, so we're gonna be heading over here into this area. We're gonna be meeting one of our final enemies, which is gonna be the IVs. The IVs are really. They can meme on you and they can not meme on you. It just depends on their mood this day. So you'll be seeing us hopefully zooming past them fairly quickly. So they typically are a problem on the return route of the game. So we'll see what happens. So there's one. Hi, Ivy by Ivy. All right, now we have our first lab puzzle. Okay, that takes care of that. My memes are real. I know that, buddy. All right, and that's gonna be the combination to get us into the greenhouse and the drug testing lab. We're gonna grab a safety flash here. I have to get rid of the handgun bullets just because they are gonna take up too much space. So this is the point of no return now. We're pretty loaded down this menu. So now, what we're gonna do is get to this next section over here, which we're gonna create a chemical solution to kill all the IVs in this area. All right, red, green, blue. Yeah, so this combination, if you're not paying attention, which I don't most of the time, you can lose a run here because I don't actually know the casual solution to this puzzle. So speedrunners, please, if you're doing this puzzle, pay attention. It's red, green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green, or something. I think that's it. I don't want to mislead anybody, but it's easy, but you can kind of zone out here and you just lose runs pretty badly. All right, so we're gonna grab this here, and we are going to just take it safe here and spark shot these guys. We have extra ammo to spare. So this guy is gonna get a shot. Yeah, there you go, Spoopy. That one I do know. The Sherry puzzle, that one took me a while. All right, so we're gonna be throwing a grenade here before these zombies can even wake up. So there's 3 zombies over there. We need to make sure that they are dead for this room, because if they're not, it's gonna make life an absolute living heck. So we'll look up here, liquor drops down. All right, this is arguably the hardest part of the room here. This is the hardest part of the room here, the game, sorry, because of the lab liquors we'll be dealing with in a second here. So I'm gonna have to take a moment here to concentrate once we come back around, because the run can and will die in this room. It's very spooky. This is the risky category, risky bisky. All right, so we're gonna throw our flash bang. All right, I messed up my throw. That's okay, but they all got flashbang, which is good. So we flashbang those zombies down the stairs coming back. Okay. All right, focus time. This is where things can get really disgusting. We're gonna look up. They're gonna slash. They're gonna jump on the roof here. I'm gonna throw a flash grenade. They're going to fall. As they are stunned and falling, I'm going to get to this puzzle here. Perfect. All right. Now, as they're falling to the ground, we're gonna run like absolute hell. And we're gonna be grabbing the second safety herb here, just because, you know, So as they are on the ground, that's perfect so we can pass right by them. If they're not on the ceiling and you flash them, they can start slashing wildly, which can give you, you can take damage from that, which will put you into danger, which is really, really bad. So we want to make sure that they're on the roof when we throw that flashbang. All right, and now is our chemical solution time. Here we go.
Packed my parka.
All right, and we're going to grab this. And now we're going to be out the door, heading this way. And this is the return. This is the very, very difficult part. We're going to see if we get it just right here, because if we don't get it right, it's going to be pretty monka-esque. Those liquors can ruin your run fairly quickly. We're not going to quick turn here. We're going to take the corner very slowly, like this. Okay, that looks good. Okay, that's okay. Okay, perfect. So they can lick from a distance, and it's all RNG. You have no control over that stuff. So now we took that lick. That's fine. We have an herb for that. All right, Mr. Ivy's right here. We're going to spark shot him. By the way, if those IVs grab you, it is game over. It's an instant kill. It is an instant kill if you can't use a defensive item. The problem with that is that we have 3 knives right now, which means that we need to make sure that these knives are all sharp and ready to go for the next boss fight. Because if they take away even one of those knives, we are 100% screwed. So that's how dangerous this run can be for Claire, especially. So we're gonna be taking it pretty slow coming up here. All right, we're gonna dodge this guy. He can turbo sometimes, which is not very nice. All right, up the ladder we go. Let's see. All right. Normally I don't shoot him, but he couldn't have grabbed me there. It's okay. That's a good spot for him. And now we just run. We run for our lives, and we're out. All right. Bam. There we go. And now we're out of the more dangerous part of the labs. That is really. It looked easy, but let me tell you, that comes from a lot of practice of optimization and finding the best way to overcome that stuff, because it is pretty monka-esque if you get caught in a bad spot. The lab lickers alone can ruin your runs. Alright, and we're getting ready to go to the second and final boss here. This fight is really, really difficult casually. The speedrun strat is fairly difficult as well, but if you get it just right, it doesn't look difficult. But let me tell you once again, all fights in this game are a synchronized dance. They are a synchronized dance that you have to learn if you want to get past any barrier here. Yeah, this is going to be G3. So a cutscene's going to play, Annette's going to do some stuff, but it doesn't matter. Actually, we don't even meet Annette in Claire's run. Yeah, we actually never see Annette in Claire's run, which is kind of funny. Annette is the mother of Sherry Birkin, and also the, I think, co-creator of the G-Virus, which William Birkin selfishly used on himself to survive after being attacked by Umbrella, and now he's a giant monster. So kids, don't take steroids. That's bad. Alright. Here we go. Yeah, yes, the world's worst mom, but she does come around at the very in her dying moment. She does come around. Okay, here we go. This is going to be, I need to concentrate here for a second, so I'm going to go radio silent until the fight's over.
Class A.
Ooh. That was not, I missed a shot there, that's not good. Okay, so we're pretty much in the home stretch here. For the most part. Okay, so we're gonna switch knives over here. Okay, we got it. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, that was monka-esque. I missed a shot. I don't know if y'all saw that or not, but yeah, that could have been really, really bad if I missed. Normally on an optimized speedrun, you only have 3 shots there, and if you miss one of those shots, it is over. The run is dead right then and there. That is how risky this category is for Claire. Actually, that's how risky this whole game is as in a general. So that is the real power of 120 FPS. You're seeing why the 120 FPS makes such a difference there, because the knife does so much more damage. The knife truly is a weapon of mass destruction in this game, and it's incredible. So now we're heading over to the final section. Per every Resident Evil game, we're going to have the self-destruct sequence has been activated. And things are going to start blowing up here pretty quick, but that's okay. Because we're fast. We're fast.
Do we have a room for another 2 donations until the
Oh, yeah. Read as much donations as you need to. This is a very slow part, so go for it.
Oh, okay. So we have 2 donations. We have a $5 donations from an anonymous, and we have a $15 donations from Amai Fox,
Hey.
which said, "Chad, so glad to be part of your community. You're an amazing runner."
Oh, you're gonna make me tear up. Thank you, Fox. Thank you guys so much. I don't just speedrun Resident Evil games. I am definitely branching out to other different genres and games. But Resident Evil has a very special place in my heart, and the Resident Evil community has brought together so many incredible people, and you guys make it all possible. I'm just here. I'm just here, man. I'm just. So thank you so much for the donation. I know we're nearing towards the end of the run, but if you guys have time, go ahead and get those donations in because every little bit counts. You guys are just incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, yeah, I actually didn't know we could squeeze past Sherry, but apparently we can. I learned something new there. It's a new trick, I guess. Alright, here we go. So we're going to grab this final knife over here. Alright, and we're going to be on our way to the final part of the game. To save time, we're going to make sure that we can try to... Actually, I'll explain this second. We're going to hold the door open for Sherry. It's much faster to hold the door open for her because her opening animation it takes quite a while. It takes quite a while. Alright. Here we go. If you have any donation incentives, I can do a tofu run, I guess. I didn't think about that, actually. I can, but it's up to you guys. Alright.
Well, you can, I think, if you reach some... I don't know.
50 bucks. 50 bucks for the end of the run, and I will do a tofu run. How's that sound?
All right.
I think that sounds that sounds reasonable, right? That's reasonable.
Of course. Stupid
I
thing
think,
you
yep.
want. Hold on.
It's not gonna be it's gonna be a slower run, I guess, but it's definitely a run.
Yeah, tofu is amazing.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. Side game. So.
Okay, so we're gonna break off our knives here because whenever we cycle through the knives, we want to make sure that we are at the. It's gonna cycle through all the damaged knives first, so I'm actually gonna let him grab me real quick, so I can break this knife. Yeah, so we break the knife, and that's gonna clear me up for everything else. Also, I'm gonna shoot him because I want to. And he's dead. Feels good, man. Right? Okay, I didn't hear his body. I was like, wait, I was got paranoid for a second. I'm like, he's dead because he can creep up on you.
Nice work.
All right, so now we have our final knife and we have our final grenade here. So now we're gonna be heading to the final boss of the game. We take our final shot. It's a lot of finals in succession there. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Sherry, you hanging in there?
So now,
Atta girl. Think we're almost out of here.
this fight in particular is going to be a very, it's a very synchronized dance we have to take with G4. So I'm gonna go radio silent one more time to see if we get it just right. So let's see. Let's see if we got it. Okay. There we go. Alright, and this is the final boss. Let's get this. So we need to pop as many eyes as we possibly can here, so a very specific shooting, but... Or try to do very specific shooting. We're gonna run up, we're gonna slash the eyes. That's a big slash, very good. 2 steps, we start slashing like crazy. He's gonna jump up, we throw the grenade. Grenade's gonna pop all the eyes, he's gonna fall. And now, we're gonna start slashing like crazy. And we didn't get the super knife kill, that's okay. So there's a cycle that's entirely possible that if you get him, if you do enough damage there, he'll pretty much start to die fairly quickly. All right, and that's the game. And time is coming up here. Once I call for it, get ready. And time. That is Resident Evil 2 Remake. Thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate that. This has been a super great run. And let's see what our time was here. Actually, let's see what our time is. Because this may be the fastest marathon that I've ever done. Actually, that's a 51:35. Wow, not too far off my actual PB. So that's actually really cool. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you guys 100% for having me. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's a really good. That was a very good run for a marathon. So, oh, thank you, Kiwami. I appreciate that so much. You guys are awesome. I guess if I have the floor before I head out, I can say a few things.
Oh, you can say you can say it.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. So, my name is Chad Thorson. Thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate being here. I stream regularly, so if you know, that's where you can find my channel out there. And I love teaching new runners how to learn how to play this game, and you know, just trying to be a positive, speedrunner person in general, for the most part. But anyway, I appreciate you guys so much for having me. Thank you so much. And yeah, good luck to the next runs, and make sure you guys get those donos in. Every bit counts. So thank you.
And that was Resident Evil 2 by Chad Thorson. It was an incredible run. I enjoyed it a lot. So next up, I'll be running the Rocket Knight Adventures on easy, and I'm gonna pass the baton to Arcana, which will be the host for now. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back in a few moments.